Hope I die before I get old. Well, kick it! Alright, thanks for clicking on this video, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about old rock. When are you too old to rock and roll? And we'll get to a concert review as well. Of course, Hope I Die Before I Get Old. First heard Roger Daltrey sing those lyrics live when I went to see The Who on their final tour, was rumored to be, in 1989. And boom! Love the greatest hits. Love Tommy, Quadrophenia. Can't explain all the good stuff. Was excited to see them. I thought, man, this is it. These guys are old. At the time in '89, I think Roger Daltrey was 45. To me as a teenager, I was like, wow, that guy, he better be careful, you know. He's so old. And now I'm 51 and I look at somebody 45 like, you lucky little bastard. You're so young. And of course, singers take the brunt of it. I don't feel bad as a drummer because singers usually get all the attention and glory anyway, but they're the ones that the crowd is looking to. So when are you too old to be that front man? A lot of people think David Lee Roth was, and now he's called it quits. For instance, like I said, Roger Daltrey. But I saw them just a few years ago, The Who, and they were amazing. They were amazing. Still had a great time with that. Favorite singer, Robin Zander of Cheap Trick, turned 69. Saw them not too long ago. They were amazing. Let's see. Of course, Vince Neil. He's taking a lot of heat because he's losing, he's lost his ability to sing pretty much and to retain the lyrics. So Motley Crue, of course, heading out on a big tour with Def Leppard. Of course, more about Motley Crue saying, well, we're never going to play again, and then they play again. It makes everyone look dumb anyway. But people, I guess, are going to buy tickets and have a fun time at that tour anyway. So good for you. I'm probably not going to go. I saw Crue on their final tour, and it was, so-so at best. Like I was talking about The Who, Roger Daltrey, 78 years old. Mick Jagger, 78. Roger Waters is going on the road. He's in his 70s. When is it time to stop? When is it time to pull these guys off the road? I saw the Rolling Stones. Let me remind myself, 2013, so that was 9 years ago now. And so he was 69, 70, Mick Jagger, still putting on a hell of a show. Couldn't blame the guy for being out there. He was entertaining. A lot more entertaining than a lot of the younger bands I watch when I watch these award shows. And I try to check out what the kids are liking, and I'm just like, ugh. So if you want to see your rockers and they're still touring and they're still out there, go see them because, I think male life expectancy is around 76-ish. So a lot of these guys are past what they're supposed to live, but good for them. I guess rock and roll keeps you young. As I'm recording this video, Ozzy is still with us. I mean, who would have thought we'd be here in the year 2022 and we'd still have all these rock and roll legends still with us? It's amazing. So another problem with age is bands transform and all that, and sometimes you go see a band and realize, it's just the drummer from the band. So it is a big thing. Or sometimes bands kick out their singers. Warrant, of course, he passed away now, but before Jamie Lane passed, he was kicked out of the band for a little bit, and people weren't happy with seeing Warrant without the singer. People still not happy seeing Skid Row without Sebastian Bach. So as a singer, it's an important thing, but when are you too old to be able to sing? I think singing is probably one of the hardest things to do within the band. You got to keep that throat, that instrument, tip-top shape, and as you get older, it's probably a little hard. I think drummers also have it hard because it's a very physical thing, and you get older and you can't do it as well. For instance, you have Quiet Riot currently touring. Everyone from that classic lineup is out of the band or passed away. So is it really Quiet Riot, or is it a tribute to Quiet Riot? So all this talk of age leads me to the review of a concert tour that is steaming around the United States right now. The Unzoom, InZoom tour has got Loverboy, REO, and Styx, one of my favorite bands. Like I do with all my concert reviews, let's take you through the day. I had an okay day at work. Favorite part of the job is clocking out. Picked up the wife, went down Harlem Avenue, boom, had to hit a Taco Bell. You gotta eat nutritious before you're ready to rock and roll all night. You watch this channel, you know I love the Mexican pizza. It's heaven. After the delicious pizza, we go. Now we're outside the World Amphitheater, or whatever they're calling it these days, the Casino Theater, whatever the hell they call it. I always call it the World, in Tinley Park, Illinois, which isn't my favorite place to go for a lot of reasons. The parking, the sound, just the atmosphere of it all. But anyway, and I'm literally outside the grounds at about an hour and a half before showtime, so I think I'm good. But I am still needing to drive to kind of 2 more streets to get in there, so probably about 10 blocks, as you would say. And because the cops never coordinate with the people inside, and the people inside have a stupid, I hate you, Tinley Park. I hate you, Tinley Park amphitheater. You go and you create like 8 lanes all to get right before the parking lot where there's a bunch of cones and 1 lane. Everyone has to go to one lane. We've all been parking. Everyone at this concert is like 40, 50, 60, 70. We've parked cars for a long time now. We don't need little Cone and some high school kid going, oh, park next to that guy. We can figure it out. We know how cars go into line, so let's get into the show on time. We finally park, run to the front, and I'm seeing a sea of people, and I'm like, wow, everyone's outside smoking and no one wants to get into the show? Loverboy's about to take the stage. Oh no! It now is because, I don't know, because the world is crazy and nobody trusts nobody with anything, but now no big purses are allowed. Used to be like purses check line. So now every line is checking everything to see if anyone has any kind of handbag or purse or whatever the hell you're wearing. So it is a cluster, you know what. Show you the picture. From that point to the security point where that number 3 is, that took at least an hour to get there. They pushed the opening band back a little bit, which was Loverboy, which oddly enough was one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to go. I've liked Loverboy's songs, Working for the Weekend, Kid is Hot Tonight, Turn Me Loose. Always wanted to see them. You know, they play like the cheesy kind of state fair and town, Taste of Town or Taste of Cities shows. They're still putting out albums, which I found out, and I'd like to hear some of the newer stuff, see if they're still kind of that same sound or whatever. So I get in there and I realize I'm catching their like third to last song. So I was able to hear a few songs. I was able to hear Turn Me Loose, and of course Working for the Weekend. They're going to close with that one. And so my review for them is only for those 3 songs. And I've seen some YouTube videos and everyone gets on poor Mike Reno because he's gotten bigger and stuff. You know, we all love pizza and donuts. Give us a break as we get older. So Mike Reno is now 67, and you know, is he too old? Is it too old to rock and roll? 67. You're supposed to retire, what, 63, 65? This guy should have been retired. But I'll tell you, his voice is still there. When you're singing, that's most important. Can you like, command the crowd still? And can you still hit those notes and still have that same tone and same sound that people fell in love to? Yes, indeed, Mike Reno has that. You're going to see 4 out of 5 of the original guys, you might say, or the people that you fell in love with when records like this came out. Sadly, Scott Smith on bass passed away. He drowned in California some years ago. They have a replacement for him. He's doing a great job. The guitar player is 76, and I believe he was like the oldest dude up on stage, but 76, playing those riffs. That was good. So our Loverboy, too old to rock? Nope. I mean, in a few years, health problems, you never know. But right now, man, they're still sounding good. Yes, of course, bands at this age are incorporating parts of their show, a little bass solo or a little drum or keyboard interlude. Of course, the guys probably run off stage and get oxygen, get drinks, get all kinds of things to get back. It's hard when you get older. Like I said, I'm 51. Sometimes waking up is a little painful for me. Walking down the stairs from my bedroom to the bathroom is a little painful for me. So you can see kind of these guys on stage, the guitar players, hey, let's rock over here. Oh, let's rock over here now. You know, it takes a little while. Aging sucks. Up next after Loverboy was REO Speedwagon. A very short time between bands, which I love. I love when the stage crew hurries it up. I think they were already known, so they pushed the opening band back. They had to hustle it up because that's one of my pet peeves. Oh, I used to hate that. Opening band, boom, long lull. Long lull. Long lull. Oh, headlining band, thanks for finally showing up. Killer set list. Take it on the run, can't fight this feeling. Of course, that's a slow one. Back on the road, riding the storm out, keep on loving you. Roll with the changes. Probably one of the best keyboard solos ever in a rock and roll song ever. If I'm wrong, let me know what's better. But roll with the changes. When a guitar solo and a keyboard solo becomes part of the song, you can kind of hum to yourself in the head. You know you've hit it. Right off the bat, the guitar solo for Comfortably Numb. I can kind of hum that along with a song, no problem. Crazy Train, Randy Rhoads, that became part of the song. When guitar solos become part of Freebird, it's iconic. So when keyboard solos become part of the song, that's good job, Roll the Changes. The singer Kevin Cronin from Illinois, one of Illinois' best, turned 70 this year. Is this band too old to be out there, too old to be rocking? I tell you, Kevin sounds good. He may not, I don't know, I'm not a great... I don't know keys, so I don't know if they're playing the same songs in the same key. Certainly sounds really close to me. He's not going to sustain the notes as much, but he's still got that voice, and you're hearing him, and it sounds a lot like what you would hear. This is their heyday. High Infidelity. I used to love looking at this record cover as a kid. Like, is that a naked lady? But no, she's wearing underwear. But anyway, used to love looking at this record as a kid. Tough Guys are my favorite songs. Oh, Don't Let 'Em Go. This is good stuff. And I tell you, from this era, which you would say was their heyday, they have 3 out of 5 of the same guys in the band. So 3 out of 5 is good. Got the singer still sounding good. Should they be playing? Heck yeah, but I'd catch them soon because time is evil. One thing they did have was cool was autographed set lists. And this was number 24 out of 50. So every night, they probably go in a tour bus. Begrudgingly, who's going to buy this? Well, I bought it. Thank you very much, REO Speedwagon. So like I said, it's got 3 of the 5 guys from the heyday, 2 newer guys, well, newer-ish guys. They've been playing with them for quite some time. REO's also been putting out music, although I don't think they've put out a record in like the last 10 years, but they still have been putting out music. I did check out a few of the CDs that were newer-ish from them. I didn't like them as much. They kind of lost that rock, that But when they play live, they're playing all the hits, as you could see, and it's a nice little thing to have a set list that says our individual show right there. Although it's Tinley Park, but I'm glad it says Chicago because Tinley Park makes me mad. Stupid traffic, stupid people letting me into a stupid show. So last but certainly not least, Styx. I believe I saw them in '96, again at Tinley Park. So that would have been the last big tour with Dennis DeYoung, I believe. It's when, I know he was in because he came back and they played with Kansas. And I want to say, like, I'm 90% sure I was at that show, that I just didn't look at the ticket stub from somebody else. But I've seen Styx a few times after the whole break with Dennis DeYoung, and man, do I wish they would just clear things up. It's like Chicago show. And they got inducted the night I saw them, just a few nights ago, into the Illinois Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I still have to check out. So, like, why can't you smooth things up for just, hey, Tinley Park, this is our friend, we're going to play 2 songs with them. Really, guys? Really, Tommy and JY? You really hate them that much? You can't bring them out for 2 freaking songs in your hometown? We made you, and we will take you down. Whatever that means. Styx comes out. Now, Styx, you can argue that this was probably the peak right there. Of course, Come Sail Away. But for me, The Grand Illusion, the song is just so amazing. I love the song. Superstars, another great one. The grand finale, of course, ties in the whole record there, closes it off. So from this lineup, their heyday, you will see 3 of 5 of those guys. You will see JY, you will see Tommy, and of course, select shows, they bring out Chuck. There's Chuck right there. They brought him out for the Illinois show. Sadly, he lost his brother John years and years ago. It's always good to see that. But man, you wish they would just. Their drummer Todd is amazing. As a drummer, I could watch him and go, "Damn, never going to be that good." But that's okay. Someone's that good. Thanks for playing that good, Todd. You're an amazing freaking drummer. So yeah, 3 out of 5 of the guys from the heyday there, and as Lawrence Gowan, he's 65 years old. He's singing all the, Come Sail Away and all the songs that Mr. Dennis DeYoung would be singing. He does a good job. It's hard when you're singing such iconic songs that you grew up listening to classic rock and you hear a certain way and you're like, he sounds good and he's a great singer, but it's like, I just want to hear that. I want to hear the other guy. But anyway, speaking about new songs, Styx has 2 new albums out, and they did play a few songs, like 3 songs, I think, from last 2 albums. And I'm glad. I wish Styx, honestly, would do a tour that would just be kind of like a normal tour, just a few big hits at the end, but play a lot of hits off the 2 new albums. So, Styx, if you're watching, play some songs out. Play more. Just go on a new album tour. It's a good freaking record. That last album was really good. So yeah, Mr. Tommy Shaw, 68 years old. His voice is still amazing. Robin Zander and Tommy Shaw, I don't know what they ate, drank, or did as kids and adults to get their voices still powerful, still the same, still strong, still able to hit those high notes. It's unbelievable. Tommy Shaw still sounds amazing. I would have loved to come back and been like, guys, be all cranky on these old guys. Come on, hang it up, you suck. But Mike Reno, Kevin Cronin, Tommy Shaw, amazing vocalists, they're still doing it. JY is 72 years old, still a great guitar player. It's a good time. So 3 out of 5 of the original guys. Tommy sounds the same when he's singing his song. Lawrence, you have to be used to it by now. He's been singing these songs for a long time. So it is what it is. Yeah, Styx, great job. So they're not too old to rock. So we got Loverboy, REO, Styx, not too old to rock. Here and there, you're going to get some bands that suck because they've aged, because they've kicked out the singer and replaced it with someone that just can't do it, or because the singer that rose them to fame, he or she just can't do it anymore. And I would love to tell you those bands, when I see them, I'll call them out. But for now, hey, I had a great time at that show. They're all old, but but not too old to rock. Thanks for watching.